G'day, today I'm going to show you something that could be quite useful if you like to film outdoors, especially filming radio controlled models, and that is getting rid of wind noise on your video recordings. Wind noise can be a real problem. This is the camera I use to do most of my RC model video recording, and you'll notice it's got something looks a bit, excuse my phone, something looks a bit out of place, and it's this piece of foam plastic here across what is the microphone. I've velcroed it on, but I don't know if the velcro will come off because it's, hang on a minute while I do this, probably out of frame. Here we go. If I peel off the velcro, you can see that oops, this camera actually has some microphones, two microphones there, and these microphones are pretty good, but the trouble is if the wind blows across them, you get a lot of wind noise. So I've put this piece of foam plastic, and it's foam plastic, across there like that. It almost completely kills the wind noise because the wind doesn't actually blow directly across the microphone anymore. It blows across here. It makes a fantastic difference to the quality of audio you get out of the camera. And you can do this to just about any camera. Of course, professional gear, you tend to use things like dead cat. This is a dead cat. It's not really a dead cat. It's what I call a dead cat. And this is on my Rode shotgun microphone. And this fluffiness here, again, basically breaks down the speed of the wind. The wind speed is dropped right back, and therefore it doesn't make as much noise when it blows across the microphone element. But of course, putting a dead cat on something like this is pretty much impossible. So that's why I've gone to the foam plastic there. And it's not foam rubber. Important thing to know is it's an open cell foam, so the sound can get through. There's two types of foam. There's open cell and closed cell. Now, here's an example of closed cell foam. And closed cell foam is usually a lot more rubbery because the cells trap air, and when you squash it, the air is compressed. These don't trap air. When you push these, the air runs out between the cells. A good example is this will soak up water. If you drop this into water, it will soak the water up like a sponge. If you drop this into water, it won't soak up the water because there's nowhere for the water to go. Each individual cell is completely enclosed so that it's sealed up, so nothing can get into the holes where the air is. This one, the cells are open, so the water can just flow right through. It gets wicked right through. So yeah, this makes a huge difference. Now, I'm going to switch cameras now. I'm going to show you my Xiaomi, and we're going to try and basically wind noise proof it and see if it's going to work on the Xiaomi. So here is the Xiaomi. It's a pretty common action camera. I'm actually not that impressed with the Xiaomi. People rave over it, but honestly, I've found my Mobius gives better footage than this. Really, I don't use it much for obvious reasons. Now, this is the microphone on the Xiaomi, this little hole in the top. And of course, wind, if you're using this outdoors, the wind blows right across there, makes a hell of a lot of noise. I'm going to go outside now, and here's a bit of footage I'll just take out there, because there's a bit of wind today. So you listen to what the audio is like on this footage before we put some foam plastic over it. Okay, so here we are outdoors, and there's not a lot of wind. You can see on this windsock that the wind isn't that much, but you probably can hear a lot of wind noise on the microphone. So the wind is just blowing right across the front of that microphone. It sounds terrible, and there's not much you can do about it. It's really one of the biggest problems with a lot of these action cameras. Wind noise, terrible, terrible. So what I'm going to do now, I think it's actually dropped off a lot of flying there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some foam plastic across the top of the microphone. We'll try that again and see if it makes any difference to the wind noise. Right, I've cut this piece of foam plastic, and because it's foam plastic, I say you can crush it just to nothing because there's nothing holding the air in there, so it's very, very light and it's open cell. So I've cut that to roughly the right size. Now, I'm going to hold it on to the camera. This is important. We don't want to actually block off the microphone hole. So what I'm doing now off screen, because I'm in a hurry, is I'm cutting some double-sided sellotape to length. Now, unfortunately, the surface of the Xiaomi Yi is, see, that's about the right size. Surface of the Xiaomi Yi is got a patterning on it, which means that this tape may not stick as well as I'd like it to. So I'm going to basically put a piece on here, and as I say, this is double-sided. Put it on so that I'm not going to be covering the hole, but close to it, so I get maximum adhesion near the thing. And I'll cut another piece roughly the same size, put it in front of that. Hopefully that, got a bit of tape stuck to it already. Hang on, here we go. Put another piece here. It's a little bit short, never mind. It'll do for the purposes of this exercise. So now I have left the hole open, but I've put double-sided sticky tape on each side if I can get my fingers out of the way, because I've got big booty fingers. Yeah, I haven't done very well. I should have made that actually. This is just a test anyway, so we'll see how it goes. So now I'm going to peel off I'll do that out of frame because I'm old and I need to put my granny glasses on. Hang on a minute. Peel off the backing on that double-sided tape to expose the sticky bit, and you just amuse yourselves while I'm doing this. You know, have a cup of coffee or just talk amongst yourselves. Hang on. Oh, this is trouble. This double-sided tape. It's very hard to get the backing off. It seems to stick really well to the tape, which I suppose is not a bad thing. But here we go. Got that started. Yeah. So now I'm going to place the foam on here and give it a little bit of a stretch as I do it, so that it's sort of tensioned a little bit, like so. So now, with luck, my Xiaomi will not have the wind noise that it had before. So let's take it outside and see how it compares. Up quite a bit now, so the wind noise should be worse than it was before, if there's any wind noise at all. Hopefully there's not. I can't tell till I look at this picture on the computer, but yeah, there's actually, you see the windsock there, it's actually got quite a bit stronger, and it should be blowing across the top of the camera. Now notice there are some holes on the bottom of the camera which may also produce wind noise. I'm going to cover those up with my thumb, and hopefully that won't have muffled the sound. If we're still getting good sound, then those other holes are just for the little speaker inside that makes the beeps. So hopefully now we've got pretty good audio, but without all the wind noise that was previously coming from the Xiaomi microphone. I'll take it inside, have a look, and see what happened. Well, there we go. I'd call that an unprecedented success, actually. I just listened to the recording on the computer, and although the wind was probably twice as strong when I went out that time, there was much, much less wind noise. You could actually hear what I was saying, and you could see the wind noise was cut dramatically. And I mentioned there were some holes on the bottom there. I thought these might have had an effect, but no, we don't have to worry about those. So if you've got a Xiaomi Yi or any other action camera, find the hole that is used for the microphone, put some foam plastic over it, like I've done here, and it becomes a much better camera in the wind. Even if you've got a camcorder, you can do the same thing with the microphone and that. A little bit of foam plastic. Now see, it's not very thick. It's probably only about, 6mm thick, 1/4 of an inch. So you don't need a hell of a lot. It just stops the wind from sort of creating a vortex over the top of that microphone hole. There you go. Hope that helps you with your videos of models and videos of anything else if you're out there in windy weather. I'm going to be doing some more videos on how to make the most of your gear for filming. Stay tuned for those, and hopefully other people might be able to chime in with their little tips and tricks as well. So in the meantime, when you don't hear the wind noise on my videos, now you know why.